everyone and welcome to MIT News. I'm Ritisha. Before we begin our discussion, MIT News appeals everyone to stay safe as the pandemic is not over yet. Moving to our discussion, this week we will be celebrating Gandhi Jayanti in honor of Mahatma Gandhi for his invaluable contribution to India's freedom struggle. He with other freedom fighter enforced the Britishers to leave India. His actions, words are the source of inspiration for millions, and his struggle movement policies were non-violent too. So let's take a look over some of the satyagraha that lead us to this day.
The Champaran Satyagraha was India's first civil disobedience movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi to protest against the injustice meted out to tenant farmers in the Champaran district of Bihar. Now Chhattisgarh is considered to be a vital event in the history of India's freedom struggle. Champaran district was the part of permanent settlement area which consisted of the large zamindari estates under rich and influential landlords. Most of the villages were leased out by the zamindars to thekedars, of whom the most influential were European indigo planters. Gandhiji reached Champaran in 1917 with Rajkumar Shukla. On his arrival, the district magistrate served him with a notice saying that he was not to remain in the district of Champaran but must leave the place by the first available train. Gandhi disobeyed this order. He didn't leave Champaran, then he came to the conclusion that the ignorance of the cultivators was one of the main reasons why it was possible for the European planters to repress them. Then he led organized protest and strike against the landlords who, with the guidance of British government, signed an agreement granting for compensation and control over farming for the poor farmers of the region and cancellation of revenue hikes and collection until the famine ended. The recommendations of the committee were implemented partly by the Champaran Agrarian Act of 1917 and partly by the executive orders which contain several concession and prescriptions of limit for enhancement of rents. That's it. I am reporter Devashish from MIT News. Thank you.
For the first time in India, Gandhi was displaying that magnetic personality which was to draw multitudes to him and to earn him the title of Mahatma and the nickname of Bapu. Similarly to breathing time, however, in store for us, the Ahmedabad Mile Hand Strike. Let's plunge into the Kheda Satyagraha struggle.
The 1916 Champaran Satyagraha was led by Mahatma Gandhi in the Champaran district of Bihar at that time. The Satyagraha was India's first movement in the Indian freedom struggle. The movement was all about Indian farmers uprising in the British rule. 1918 was a year of failed crops in the Kheda district of Gujarat due to droughts. A condition approaching scarcity had arisen in the Kheda district owing to a widespread failure of crops, and the patidars of Kheda were considering the question of getting the revenues assessment for the year suspended. As per law, the farmers were entitled to remission if the produce was less than a quarter of the normal output, but the government refused any remission from paying land revenues. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, under Gandhi's guidance, led the farmers in protest against the collection of taxes in the wake of scarcity. People from all castes of the district lent their support to the movement. The protest was peaceful and people showed remarkable courage even in the face of adversities like confiscation of personal properties and even arrest. Finally, the authorities gave in and gave some concessions to the farmers. Gandhiji observed that the Kheda movement as the beginning of an awakening of the peasants of Gujarat. However, it was more than just that. It also became a defining instance for Gandhiji himself. While it was only 2 years later, in 1921, in Madurai, that he gave up his normal attire and started wearing just a loincloth and a shawl. It was during this Kheda Satyagraha that he removed the Kathiawadi turban and became bareheaded. That's it. I'm reporter Pratishtha from MIT News. Thank you.
Non-violence and Satyagraha implies the force which is born of truth and non-violence. It was again an experiment quite like that of Champaran, made on non-violence. It was also participated by intelligentsia. Incidentally, The movement provided an opportunity to the educated public worker to establish contact with the actual life of the peasantry. The educated workers learned to identify themselves with the peasantry and made themselves available for sacrifices. Here follows the view over the struggle that led to independence in India.
I am Ayushi Anare and now I am in Westminster, London, where we have the beautiful statue of Mahatma Gandhi. So this is really a proud moment for me that I am standing beside the statue of Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhiji taught world the values of truthfulness, equality, non-violence and many more things. Each and every Indian have a huge respect about him, and let us know what does the people of London think about him. Do you know who was Gandhiji?
Yes, was the leader of the nation.
So do you know who was Gandhiji?
Yeah, I know who Gandhi was, yeah. Well, from what I've read, he was a very good leader.
So how would you describe Gandhiji?
I don't know much about him, but that's what I know, that he was the guy who did the independence in 1947 and India got independence from the British Army.
I think he was very genuine, very fair, very good at heart. I think that he was a very pure person and very peaceful.
I would say he was a very effective leader. Yeah, very much so. And I would say a peaceful leader. He managed to do a lot with peaceful resistance. So, yeah, very good.
And why do you think he was a good leader?
Well, he was a peaceful man, truthful, and he was the father of the nation.
3 good qualities of him.
He was basically into non-violence. Second, he was a good leader. And third, he was just like the main foundation for the freedom.
Well, he was a non-violent leader. He was a freedom fighter for India.
Thank you. This was Ayushi Anare reporting from Westminster, London.
These are some momentous moments that change the course of history and become a part of parable in such a manner that they remain attached in our collective memories forever. With this, that's it for the day. We will meet tomorrow again at the same time. Till then, keep watching MIT News.